Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Jensen with OCTOdent, and I just wanted to go over the workflow in the office. Now, I'm a pilot, and I believe everything should be in your cockpit within arm's reach so that I'm not having to lean over, that I'm not having to bend or contort my body in unergonomic fashions. This right here is the best position that I've found for the OCTOdent, and it generally does not get in my way. The way that I mitigate that is, of course, just keeping this at this angle directly away from the patient and approximately this far from the patient's face, which ends up being about 6 inches. While I am using aerosols, and I'm in the mouth, this will be actively on. So I reach over here and I press our on button. Okay, I have a nice barrier on top of our remote that turns on the unit. And when I am not drilling on the patient actively, I will turn it off because I am not performing an aerosol procedure. So that allows me the freedom to move this out of the way slightly. And I can roll it back. I can move it back into position. And typically I will just push it slightly out of the way. That way I can pass instruments right here in front of my patient. So when I'm working with my assistant will actually go ahead, after I'm done with aerosols, my assistant will move the OCTOdent out of our way. And if we need it again, she'll simply move it back into position. And I again have my remote just right here where I or my assistant can turn it on and off. It makes it really simple to incorporate it into my day-to-day practice. Yes, it's one more thing, but no, it doesn't have to be a big problem. It's just making sure that it's in the correct position. What I've found, if I have to keep it where it is and I'm trying to pass instruments, instead of trying to pass instruments right here where the OCTOdent might be, or over top of my patient and then risk dropping it on my patient, I'll simply pass instruments behind my patient's head. And so my assistant will pass me instruments over here and then I can continue working. Now, some of you actually might even have more room than this, and you might decide that you like to have it on this side because I have over-the-chair delivery, which I know is uncommon in dentistry. I know most people have rear delivery, and so this might be a different setup for you, but this is the way that I've found that it works best for me, and having it over here on this side where my patient my assistant can access it easily, move it around, turn it on and off, and it seamlessly integrates with our workflow where it no longer becomes any sort of an issue. It becomes an additional protection for myself, my assistant, our patient, the patient that's going to be in here after this patient, and the patient after that. All of my office staff. It just becomes that extra layer of safety and protection that we need.